Jonathan Joss, the voice redefining Native identity in Hollywood. When it comes to authentic Native American representation in Hollywood, few voices have resonated as powerfully as Jonathan Joss's. Best known for breathing life into John Redcorn on King of the Hill, Joss is much more than a voice actor. He's a cultural trailblazer. With a career grounded in heritage, integrity, and purpose, he's helped reshape how Native stories are told on screen. Sunrise over mountains rooted in tradition, shaped by purpose. Born on December 22, 1965, in San Antonio, Texas, Joss proudly carries his Comanche and White Mountain Apache ancestry. Growing up in a space between Native and mainstream American culture, he developed a deep understanding of identity, one that would later guide his career choices. A natural storyteller, Joss pursued his passion through university studies in Texas before stepping into acting. But even from the start, he wasn't just looking for fame. He was searching for truth. Studio microphone, the role that echoed across generations. In 1998, Jonathan Joss stepped into the role of John Redcorn in the animated series King of the Hill, taking over after the passing of the original voice actor, Victor Aaron. Redcorn wasn't just a side character. He became a cultural touchstone. Through humor and heart, Joss gave him dignity, depth, and realism over more than 130 episodes. Behind the scenes, Joss took the role seriously. He often consulted Native elders to ensure Redcorn portrayal was respectful and grounded in truth, an effort that earned him quiet admiration in Native communities and among fans alike. Movie camera on-screen presence with purpose. Joss's impact goes far beyond voice work. His live-action roles challenge the cliches long associated with Native characters. Chief Ken Hotate in Parks and Recreation. With razor-sharp wit, Joss satirized how Native issues are mishandled in modern systems. Comanche Moon. 2008, he portrayed complex characters in a Western that sought more layered narratives of frontier life. The Magnificent Seven. 2016, as Denali, he appeared in a major Hollywood production without compromising his heritage. Guest spots in shows like ER, Walker, Texas Ranger, and True Blood only added to his reputation for bringing authenticity and nuance wherever he appears. An advocate first, an actor always. Joss isn't just acting, he's advocating. For decades, Native roles were played by non-Native actors, often reduced to stereotypes. Joss has fiercely opposed this trend, turning down roles that feel exploitative, even if they're high-profile. He speaks at universities, film panels, and cultural events about the responsibility of Native actors to honor their heritage on screen. For him, acting isn't just performance, it's preservation. He's often said, "We're not relics of the past. We're here, we're modern, and we have stories worth telling." Headphone the voice that commands attention. If you've heard Joss speak, you know his voice is unforgettable, deep, resonant, and rich with wisdom. It's made him a go-to narrator for documentaries, cultural projects, and even video games. But beyond entertainment, his voice serves a bigger mission, keeping Native history, humor, and perspective alive. Megaphone breaking barriers in a rigid industry. Hollywood hasn't always been kind to Native actors. Too often, they're boxed into westerns or period pieces. Joss has pushed past that, portraying Native people as modern, complex, and powerful scientists, politicians, comedians, healers. He challenges filmmakers to see Native characters as fully human, not historical props. And in doing so, he helps dismantle generations of lazy writing and cultural erasure. Glowing star, a quiet legend with a loud legacy. Jonathan Joss might not be a household name, but in Native communities and among those who value authentic representation, he's a legend. His work has opened doors for a new generation of Native talent who no longer have to choose between their identity and their dreams. He continues to support youth in the arts, lend his voice to indigenous causes, and create stories that matter. In an industry driven by fame, Joss chooses impact. Brain, the final word. Jonathan Joss proves that real influence doesn't always come with bright lights and red carpets. Sometimes it comes from standing your ground, speaking with integrity, and refusing to let your culture be misunderstood or misused. He's more than an actor. He's a storyteller, an activist, and a guardian of truth. And through every role he plays, Jonathan Joss is rewriting Hollywood's narrative one voice, one story at a time.